Captain on the bridge.
Alright, Captains, we are back on the bridge, and today we've got some things to go over from the Star Trek Online official Twitter feed. So, on screen. Yes, so Captains, we're starting to get used to blogs dropping on Saturdays. They normally haven't been, but as of late, they have been. But regardless, whenever they come up, we will do our very best to cover them so that we can always share, of course, our thoughts and give you Captains the latest. So what we'll do, go over the blogs, of course, drop the 2 ECs, and then give our conclusions. I thought this was going to drop next week, but sure, let's go. The V'ger-inspired compiler science Dreadnought, aka Baby V'ger, is the top prize of our 13th anniversary event. Find out more about this deeply alien ship here. So what we're going to do is watch the vid. That is a massive ship. So, a couple ECs to drop here. The one thing I did not notice was that these things on the side here, I don't know, call them panels or things that are sticking out, they also have that electrical animation going. I thought that was really cool. Now, of course, the eye was sort of the thing, talk of the 10 forward stream, how in whatever angle you kind of look at the eye itself, it's like there's movement with it that goes along with you, and that's gonna be trippy. And of course, once we get this in hand, we'll to have a look at that, of course. And it's meant to be like another sort of universe or something, nebula inside it. It's I can appreciate it. I can appreciate it. So again, this thing is massive. It's almost the same width, or if not wider than the J, but I think definitely has more volume. A lot of detail went into this, and Thomas was saying that how proud of the work that they were done on this. And there's a lot. There's animation going out all throughout the ships, not just the center of the eye. There, of course, the electrical things going on there, and just an impressive feat. And again, this was something that was out of left field in terms of what they were there. When you kind of look at it, it kind of moves along. It's kind of trippy, or it's just a huge eyeball. Anyways, it's free. I can't really down on it. Again, this was so out of left field. I thought it would be an Alliance ship. Captains, if you've seen those videos of ours, our speculation was it was going to be a sort of maybe Jem'Hadar Romulan type ship, but they decided to go with Baby V'ger. And why not? I feel about this ship like I did about the Nidarian Defender. It's just going to be nice to have. Is it going to get through any of the content that we do here? 100%. Does it look pretty? Nah. I'm going to say no. But I'm not going to give up a free ship. I really not. So there it is. There's that. But there is a blog that comes with it, so we'll go over that. Another shot of it there. They should have put like ships beside this just to give the true scale. But of course, we'll see it, obviously. But so Compile the Universe. The Compiler Science Dreadnought is the grand prize of our 13th anniversary event. 13 years, Captain. That's crazy. Of course, we watched that video already. So, Star Trek Online's 13th anniversary celebration will soon be upon us. This year's grand prize for participating in the event will be a truly alien ship, the Compiler Science Dreadnought. This fantastic starship is visually inspired by a mix the visuals of the V'ger entity, as seen in the Star Trek The Motion Picture, as well as concept art from the same, along with a portion of custom designs created in Star Trek Online for fleshing out the technology and enemies associated with the Other, as seen in the current story arc. Earning the ship will require completing the daily activities available as part of the anniversary event and gathering enough daily progress to fulfill the event's overall quota. Players may participate in any of the available summer, I love how it says summer, activities to earn daily progress once per day per account. Now, to be fair, this may be somewhere around the world. Here, where I live, still kind of winter, but sure. Copy and paste. What? Once you have earned sufficient daily progress, you may claim the starship for your entire account. Just open the event reclaim store to claim a compiler science dreadnought for each captain on your account. Again, there's a shot of that. This probably is going to be sitting really low in the camera, but compiler science dreadnought, originally fabricated to serve as remote processors for the entity known as the Other. These incomparable vessels have been reconstructed by the V'ger entity as a means to aid in the safekeeping of our known galaxy. These indestructible entities went to great lengths to provide starships that simple corporeal life forms can operate in a similar manner to other modern starships, but with a few additions, strange pieces of technology built into their subsystems. It is unknown if we have unlocked their full potential or if there are more to learn from their entirely alien design. You nab a ship and then you make it work for us. That sure. Sure. I'd love to see the mission that happened on. This ship comes with a Lieutenant Commander Science, Temporal Operative Specialist Bridge Officer seat, and a Lieutenant Universal Temporal Operative Specialist Bridge Officer seat. Try saying that 10 times fast. So it's a temp seating, but not full because it's not Commander. That's okay. So the ship details, Tier 6, faction, of course, any. We have to complete the tutorial first. Hull mod 1.425, shield mod 1.2.5. The weapons are 4 in the fore, 3 in the aft. Device slots 3, and of course the bridge officer stations, Lieutenant Commander Tactical, Ensign Engineering, Lieutenant Commander Science / Temporal Operative, Commander Science, and Lieutenant Universal Temporal Operative. Consoles 3 TAC, 3 Eng, 5 Psi. Base turn rate is 6. Impulse mod is 0.15. Inertia 50. Plus 10 shield power, plus 10 aux. Console is the Universal Volatile Digitization. Oh my god. Digitization Matrix. I had to read that slow. Can equip dual cannons. Hangar bays 1. Hangar bays pre-equipped with digital construct drones. Sensor analysis, subsystem targeting. Secondary deflector, and the Starship Mastery package for a science vessel. So you get plus exotic, plus shield, plus healing, plus shield regen hardness. And of course, the digital compilation is the Starship trait. The Admiralty stats / paperwork stats is 32 Eng, 59 Psi, and 35 TAC. And the special is when it's all alone, plus 35 Psi. And here is a little GIF of the volatile digitization matrix. You turn into a torpedo. You turn into a torpedo. From how I interpret it from the stream, you become the main center one, and while there's others that sort of spread out from your location, those explode, try to find targets around you, and I think once you actually hit something, you turn back. And even, I think Jeremy even said that you can use it as a get out of jail for free card if you need to get out of combat. But so we'll keep reading here. So again, the volatile digitization matrix. Digital transformation is not too disfamiliar from transporter technology, but on a scale of refinement beyond modern imaginings. This process is capable of reading and digitally strong absolutely anything imaginable, including the subconscious thought process of intelligent biological and non-biological life forms, then recreating them in a perfect detail. This particular adaptation of the technology serves as a weapon in starship combat, by completely digitizing your starship and crew into volatile energy, which that just sounds painful, may use to harm enemies before rebuilding all transformed matter exactly as it previously was. That is too much digitizing for my liking. As a gift from V'ger and Ilea, this technology is capable of being installed in all modern starships. Yes! Any ship, we can become balls of lightning. Sure, only in stow. This console also provides a passive boost to power transfer rate, starship exotic particle generator skill, and maximum shield capacity. This console may be equipped in any console slot on any starship. You may only have one, of course, equipped at a time. The description: toggle lasts up to 20 seconds or until deactivated. So, transform self into digitizer probe. Weapons and abilities are disabled. Plus 400 flight speed and turn rate. Helm, set course to ludicrous. Plasma damage to foes within 5 clicks each second. When transformation ends, additional massive plasma damage to foes within 5 clicks. After 5 seconds, create 4 digitizer probes which travel outward, dealing plasma damage to foes within 5 clicks each second. Digitizer probes detonate after 12 seconds, dealing additional massive plasma damage to foes within 5 clicks. And of course, there's a 2-minute recharge. The Starship trait, digital compilation. Whenever an enemy of frigate rank or higher is defeated after receiving exotic damage from you, they will be transformed into a digitizer probe, which will chase nearby, dealing plasma damage to any that they are near. That is cute. So just a lot of digitizing gonna be happening on screen, as if we didn't need any more visual spam. Ah, that's funny. You may have up to 5 digitizer probes active at one time from this trait. Enemies digitized by this trait will not warp core breach. Defeated foes that have taken exotic damage from you within the past 15 seconds are transformed into digitizer probes that chase foes for 30 seconds and deal plasma damage per second to foes within 2.5 clicks each second. Oh, that is just hilarious. So Hangar Pets digital construct drones. So this is how they look like. Little itty bitty V'gers. These automated drones are large enough to be considered frigates by many modern starship standards, and thus only support a maximum of 2 being deployed per wing. Digital construct drone Hangar Pets are unlocked by owning the compiler Science Dreadnought, and may be equipped on it as well on any ship with 2 hangar bays. So digital construct drones, availability EC store, of course, equip restrictions, compiler Science Dreadnought, or any full carrier. Weapons: 2 digitizer plasma beam arrays, which are the new weapons, apparently. 1 fore, 1 aft. 1 digitizer plasma dual beam bank 4, and 1 heavy plasma digitizer probe 4. Abilities: subnucleonic pulse, causes a brief cooldown penalty and removes 1 buff. Nice. Let's launch her near the queen. Beams: overload 1, gravimetric conversion 1, digital impact only at low health. The advanced digital construct drones. So these are available in the Dilithium store. Same thing, full carrier. So the difference is here, same here with the weapons. I think the difference is the actual abilities itself. So again, still has subnucleonic pulse, but beam overload now is rank 2. Gravimetric is now 2. And same thing with the digital impact, still the same. Elite digital construct drones. Now this goes up to now same weapons, if I'm not mistaken, 1 4, 4 4, but now again, so it goes up to beam overload 3, gravimetric conversion 3, and same digital impact. And this was, of course, done by Jeremy Bordicus Randall, who is now no longer with Stowe, but came back for this as we covered there. And I believe he's got 1 more ship, he said, in the 10 forward stream. So there you go. That is that. My additional ECs on this. It's going to be nice to have. I don't see why not that anyone would want to not have this for free. It is just by doing the event, we'll get at least 2 progress from the new stuff. So obviously the story and the new TFO. And then, of course, we'll probably just do 2 of the patrols the next day, so that's 3 progress. And I'm hoping those patrols are not just cut up sections of the featured episode, but it is what it is. We'll still do it because those are worth 1 point each. Maybe have a day of daily progress where you just do the Omega stabilization game. And then also, from this point on, probably just do Upide Radius. It's the fastest way, and you get your PPUs on, especially facing the Terran. So, as you can tell, I'm not as excited for this than I am for the World Razor, even though how unique that looks. This is appreciated, though, nonetheless, that it is free for our 13th anniversary. Even though it's out of left field, I'll take a baby V'ger. Okay, Caps? So, next up. So today's free giveaway, the giveaways on PC roll on. Today, grab a free Elite Services starter pack in the promotions tab of the Zen store. The free Elite Services starter pack. It's time for our anniversary giveaways, of course. Today, this is done. We got that yesterday. So today is, of course, the free Elite Services starter pack. So what we'll do is head over to the Stowe Bridge. Actually, Captains will also show you here, if it will allow me. There you go. To show you the ship we got with our Tier 5 ship Koopa. Now, this is the Vulcan Dakir. I was supposed to get this last year, but when I was actually going to pull the trigger, because I got the Tier 5 coupon as well last year for free before the 12th anniversary event, before I was going to actually use it, the Cheval from Lower Decks, the Vulcan ship, dropped. So I was like, well, okay, I'll use that. And anyways, I don't have this, and I've heard and been told by a lot of captains, they don't bother, or they will not bother on getting the Tier 5 coupon because they have everything already. And I showed this already as well. I already have some of the ships, but I do have one more, which is, I guess, the one you can say it was from this year's. And I have a plan for that one, but more on that when the time comes. But we used this last night, and I've heard, why is there a J there? Even when I'm doing videos, there's a J. Oh, sorry. What? Sorry. Like I said, this is free. Now, one of the things that I heard, what's the point of getting a Tier 5 ship? Now, Captains, I've always said, as long as you synergize your build, for the content you play, any ship Tier 5 and up will do fine. Tier 4 even. But that also has a bunch of sort of layers behind that. What do I mean by that? Well, if you're doing story missions, this will do fine. Put it on normal. If you're doing the event, put it on normal. You'll do fine. Because the events now are all under normal. I took this in a red alert by itself, didn't die, took me about maybe 5 minutes, maybe less, but I got it done. I built it specifically with the theme build in mind, which because this ship is from Enterprise, and we'll do a build video on this. And at the time of Enterprise, an actual clip we saw on stream when we were on the Twitch bridge, they're finding green particle weapons and green torpedoes. So just to show you quickly, Cap, so this is what I'm running with. Not even everything is full epic, and I was able to get through a red alert solo. Not only that, we did 2 IS yesterday. So that was an ISA and an ISE. And the ISA with the team configuration, we had like four captains there. It was like myself, McStud, Nick, and Spencer. And I got 72K out of it. That was advanced. Then we took this in an elite. And we had, I believe, Nick, McStud, Kale, myself, and Parallax. It was an elite. This thing did 147. Granted, Nick did actually change a couple of the stations for me to trip my sec def, because this is a science ship. But this is the build we were going. It really is just kind of a beam overload with a torp spread on it. But again, green theme, so this is what I was keeping with. Again, we'll go over the build whenever, but we did fine. And Spencer has been saying, as long as you pull 100K over, or at least you know what you're doing, in a team that you are with familiar captains, you're friends with, you're fine. So I guess the reason why I'm going on this little rant is tier 5 ships can still do well. So especially for newer captains playing, you can still use those ships no problem and use them as fillers until you get the dream ship you want to fly. Just throwing that out there. Again, is it going to break any records? Of course not. But is it fun? Did I have fun? Yes. And I'm glad I have this now. I really am. Because at least now I can say I have 2 Vulcan ships. I have a Vulcan fleet now that I can sort of go back and forth from the Dakir and the Cheval. And I'm happy with it. And even this comes with an auxiliary craft here. So let's check that out. How cool is that? Sure. Like, I'll take that. That's free. Look, I have a fleet. I have the Cheval, I have this, and then I have a little support craft. So anyways, thought I'd show that, but the main reason here is to show how to get it again. So you go into promotions tabs. There it is, Elite Services Starter Pack. And again, you get 36 inventory slots, 36 bank slots, and 2 bridge officer slots. Not bad. Again, as of this recording of this video, there's 20 hours left to claim this and it'll roll over to the next one tomorrow. So thought I would show that off. We'll go back out here. And what we'll do before we close this video is, once again, go over the next giveaway. So again, today was the 21st. We get an Elite Services Starter Pack. Tomorrow, the Motion Picture Uniform sale. It will be 100% off in the uniform tab. So we'll also show that off. Hopefully get some news. If not, just a quick little video showing that off. And then, of course, on the 23rd, 2 Fleet Support Duty Officer Packs. And on the 24th, 2 Elite Bridge Officer upgrade tokens. So there you go, captains. Thought we would once again go over the latest. Again, free is free, both for the ship and Elite Services Pack. I'll take it. Going back to Baby V'ger, I'm going to be gladly doing the event every day until we get it. And once we get it, we will do something with it. And then, of course, we will share that with you and show how we do it in our nightly poop view. So, captains, like the video, comment below. Let us know if you're excited for the Baby V'ger or not. And of course, subscribe here to YouTube Bridge, and we, of course, will leave it on this note.
Live long and prosper.